I remember what it was like to be fat. I remember what it was like to be a loser. And I don't want to be any of those things. So when I start to get burned out, I start to be grateful for the opportunity to even be burned out. I start to say, yeah, this is hard, but it's so much better than what I had before. You tell yourself you're going to do all these things. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to get my money right. I'm going to do this and this and this and this and this. And you fail to do those things on a daily basis, you are losing confidence in yourself bit by bit by bit by bit. It's like a bank account. You are either putting a deposit in or you are making a withdrawal out. And every single time that you do not keep the promises that you make to yourself, you are making withdrawals, which means your confidence level will always be low. And you have to remember that confidence is built. It's about building an actual stack of evidence that says you are who you say you are. And when you can look at the stack of evidence and say, wait a minute, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and have a conscious reminder of who you are, you can X out all those feelings at any time you want. So we have to keep perspective real, dude. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's not always going to be fun. Yes, it's going to be difficult. Yes, you're going to want to quit over and over and over and over again. But the difference between people who actually build shit and people who say, oh, I could have built shit if I really wanted to, is the fact that they don't quit when shit gets hard. Okay, so this whole idea and culture about burning out and needing to change and all this shit, that's fine, dude. If you really are burned out and you're not happy with your life and you need to change it, fine, change it. Take a mulligan, make the change. But I can tell you this, if you take that fucking mulligan every 2 years when things get hard, you're never gonna achieve anything in your life because it takes longer than that. And the people who say focus on your strengths and you don't need to worry about your weaknesses, that's not an accurate statement. It's not reality. Because what'll happen is you will get really strong over here in this one area, but this weak part, this part that keeps on taking on water, will end up pulling you back. It'll act as if you're running full speed with a parachute on all the time. So while you don't need to dwell on your weaknesses, you do need to pay them enough attention to where you can handle them to where they don't become a hindrance to the process or the journey that you're on. Here's what I think. I don't get burned out, bro, because I don't want to go back to where I came from. I don't give a shit what it takes. Dude, y'all must not hate where the fuck you came from as much as I do. That's real shit. Y'all must not hate being broke as much as I did. Because I hate it so much, bro, that I don't care. I get up and I do what I gotta do. It's fucking adult shit. It's what I gotta do. When you guys observe people who have been doing something their entire life and you call it a talent, you're actually insulting them because you're discounting the amount of work that they've put in to get to that level. When people come to me and they, young entrepreneurs come and they say, God, dude, you're so good at what you do. You're so talented at what you do. This, that, and the other. You guys should realize that this is a time thing. Yeah. This is not a talent. Like, it's a skill set that you go through by executing day after day after day after day. I'm under no illusions, bro. There's no illusions in my life. That's what it is. Like, there's nobody coming to save me. I'm very aware of that. Yeah. I'm very aware that it's on my back every single day. We don't have this or that or this, and they had all these advantages. Motherfucker, everybody had every advantage over us. And they have it over you too, but that's no reason for you to not go anyway, okay? You have to reject the lie that lack of resources is what's holding you back, because it will actually hold you back if you tell yourself that story. So you've got to make the most of what you have. You have to be determined to get more for less, okay? That's how most entrepreneurs think that are successful. All the ones that you admire, all the ones you look up to, all the people you want to be like, this is how they think. This is how they operate. And here's the reality, guys. When you adopt this mindset, you'll find a way too, because there is no other option. I have lots of people that depend on me, lots of people with families, lots of people that fucking have futures and dreams and careers. And I take that shit real fucking serious, bro. So it's really hard for me to understand people who say, oh, I'm burned out. Bro, you don't have enough shit to fight for. You don't have enough shit to care about. Because if you actually care for shit more than just yourself, you wouldn't be burned out. You'd say, hey, bro, I'm getting up and going to war for these motherfuckers. See what I'm saying? It's hard to feel burned out when you're fighting for the person to your left or the person to the right. And if you're not doing that, I can figure out how to make that your purpose, because, dude, when that's your purpose, like a lot of you that have kids, you understand. I get up every day and I don't get burned out because I got these kids.
That's the thing about being alone. It's not that you feel like you don't have anybody. It's like you feel like nobody has you. But I'm tired of feeling alone. I'm tired of also not even being there for myself. I mean, that's the loneliest, bro, when you don't even have yourself. And man, and I know especially when we're young, we can't even put it into words, but we can feel that. I remember a lot as a child feeling that way. Just feeling like nobody has me. I can't love people as well if I have these speed bumps in me. Kind of the highway at my heart. You're gonna have to have really good insurance if you're gonna travel down it, because I got a lot of speed bumps on it. Resentments, anger, things, previous experiences that are rough, that make my road rough and make it rough for me to bring anybody down the road. And I'm taking a break right now from the relationship that I was in because I'm not healthy, I'm not well, I don't know what I want. I don't know where I want to be or what I want to do. And I really felt like it was starting to affect the person that I was dating.
You have to make up your mind that you are in it for the long haul. You're not going to let people talk you out of it. Circumstances discourage you. Delays cause you to give up. Critical people cause you to get distracted. You're going to stay focused.
Why not you? You've got the brains. You can make decisions. You can study the plan. You can change your life. You can grow immensely in the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. You can become healthy. You can become powerful. Why not you?
Because you've set up so many little goals for yourself and not achieved them every time and time again that you don't even trust yourself. Because I know how hard it is to take care of ourselves. For me, I never wanted to take care of myself because if I took care of myself, then I was doing somebody else's job. Instead, I just always wanted to show you how much I was hurting, I don't want to tell somebody else that I'm afraid. I don't want to tell somebody else that I'm scared. I don't know, sometimes deep down in me, if I really want to tell somebody else that I care even, because if I do that, then I'm weak. It's hard, bruh. It's hard to try, especially when there's a feeling inside of you like the world never tried for you. This world never tried for me. I look at everybody else as the enemy. I don't have friends. I got different levels of enemies. The world hates me. There's a power out there greater than it all, or the greater power, whatever it is out there, this world hates me. And so therefore every person in it there are different levels of enemies. Somewhere a long time ago, I needed somebody and they didn't do it. And so I decided at that point, I guess, I don't need you. The only person I need is me. I'll be damned if I'm ever gonna need somebody again. I love my dad. I'm grateful for him. But I've also always been a little bit angry at him. I didn't realize it. I was always angry because I didn't know him very well. I was 16 when he passed away and he was 86. I was angry because I didn't know him because he didn't know me. I think maybe I was afraid to get to know him because I knew he was gonna pass away. So it was probably safer to not get to know him,
Mal, you may not look like me, how my daily life looks. Don't look fun. Don't look fun.
Bro, what are you doing with your life, bro? What are you, I thought you said you want to be I thought you said you want to be the best. But you don't act like you don't move like it. You wake up late, you sleep late, you don't study, you don't work out. You don't want this.
You still clubbing, you still partying, you still popping bottles with models. You doing the most already, and you ain't even on. You trying to convince everybody around you that you on, but you not on. As soon as you get any kind of money, you buying a bunch of that you really can't afford. What you got the latest iPhone for?
Scrolling mindlessly like robots,
Zombies.
watching things happen, and they're not doing anything, and you've lost hours of your time. You've absorbed nothing. You've got no information. There's no net benefit to what you've done, and it's everywhere. I'm like, hey, that's the devil. Put that thing down.
Yeah.
What are you getting out of that? You're not getting anything out of that.
Hey, look, let me guess. New year, new you, right? New year, new you. You've been saying that every year, but it's always new year, same you. I just don't understand why you go every year remaining the same when the person that you are today has just been destroying your life. You're mentally killing yourself every year, and you don't even realize it. It's time for you to look yourself in the mirror and make some change before it's too late. But if you cool being like that, It is what it is. It's your life.
I had two options: to either be that 300-pound guy who sprayed for cockroaches and made $1,000 a month, and at 24 years old, knowing when I'm 50 years old, I can reflect on this and think about what guy I never became, or I can totally just sack it up and fail and fail and fail until I succeed.